let's move on to some fun Chicago Bears football stuff because minicamp has ended, and my God, I'm looking forward to training camp once that starts at the end of July, right?
Have you ever gone to training camp?
No, I haven't. You know, I almost had credentials to go down there, but I couldn't make the drive, unfortunately. And that was during Trustman's era, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
It's pretty cool, though. You know, just see how a professional football team runs their practice. Well, now it's a professional football team, maybe not a couple years ago.
Yeah, and one good thing about the Bears, you hear that Leonard Floyd's putting on some weight, so that's what you wanted from your first round draft pick.
Well, yeah, that, and I heard Willie Young was like, man, this guy needs to put on weight. What the hell are you talking about? This guy's a beast. So, I mean, that's a good sign, I guess. But what I've seen so far, the rumblings and by the way, you see what happened with Alshon Jeffery? Alshon Jeffery shows up to minicamp because he has to, not because he wants to, but he took all the voluntary OTAs to work out in Florida away from the team, and then he gets up to the team and he's asked all these questions and he really doesn't know what to say. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Well, because I don't think the Bears really like Jeffery right now. I think they're letting him, because honestly, you see him stumble upon that press conference and all the questions that he answered, mainly about his contract and why wasn't he there. He just really, it wasn't very convincing to me that he wanted to be in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, with Jeffrey, I don't know if it's a personal thing. I don't know what's really going on with him, but I mean, he did lose a ton of weight, and he's looking good. So
as long as he can stay healthy.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he can stay healthy, and
he's gonna get paid.
I hope that something can get worked out. I mean, it's only a 1-year deal, so we'll definitely see what they can work out later on. But I hope we can keep Jeffrey around, and if not, hopefully Kevin White has a beastly year.
And Marquise Wilson, another wide receiver.
He broke his foot.
He broke his foot. Man, this guy can't stay healthy. This guy, I don't even know if he's good. Is he good? Who knows? Because he can't stay healthy.
I'm on the side of just cutting him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
He's never going to see the field. I mean, the kid might have a lot of potential, but
sure,
will
yeah,
we
he
ever
can stretch
see that?
the field, got some speed, good hands, but man, you get hurt over and over again, you're not going to be on a team for very long.
The only one down thing is we can't see what Braverman can do now because
I'm excited about him.
Yeah, I am too. But like with Wilson, he's not a slot receiver, and Braverman's going to play the slot no matter what. So
him and Eddie Royal.
Basically, I'm hoping for an Eddie Royal injury so we can see Braverman.
Oh, Braverman will be in there regardless because I'm sure Eddie Royal's old and slow now.
Yeah, I hope
it
so.
Hurts.
But I mean, I think with Jeffrey's attitude, I think he'll be able to put it aside because I think he is a professional enough to put that away and step out on the field.
I hope so. Yeah. I really hope so.
I feel like he would be able to.
Once the season gets going a little bit more, I know John Fox canceled his last day of minicamp because he's a great guy, and he said that they earned it, so they got a day off, but which is cool. But with this Jeffrey thing, I don't really think that he's going to be back next year. It depends. I know this is in June, and it's very early, very early. A lot has to do with whether or not he can be on the field, and if he does and he produces to an extraordinary extent that we kind of assume that he will, especially you saw what he did when he was healthy a couple years ago. He was Cutler's go-to guy. He could just throw it up, and Jeffrey's there. But he's going to get paid, and I don't think the Bears are going to be willing to give him the max deal that he is going to demand, like some type of Des Bryant stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I think this might be the last year we see Alshon Jeffery. This is just me.
I wouldn't put it past Jeffrey just because I feel like he might want to be in a different place than Chicago. He might want to be
he just wants to get paid.
Yeah,
maybe.
I was about to say he probably wants a larger contract, but if he can't stay healthy, then he's not going to get that contract. But with Jeffrey and Kevin White, if those two can produce, I think we'll be in a good place in Chicago. I think if Cutler has already a repertoire with Jeffrey, and if he can develop that with Kevin White, I think we'll see one of Jay Cutler's best years.
Oh, Jay Cutler is going to have another really good year, and he mentioned it himself. Obviously, this year it wasn't going to be the same type of playbook with Adam Gase gone, but the backbone of the offense will still be there. But the thing is with Dowell Loggins is now that with the more weapons that Cutler has at his disposal, they're going to do some different things. They're going to stretch the field way more than they did last year, obviously, because you won't have Mark Mariani being the only guy who could run downfield. So it's going to be exciting what they can do with Kevin White. I'm very much looking forward to Kevin White because he looks legit. I think he can develop, like I said many times before, into a reliable top receiver in National Football League. I think he's just that good, and I think I have that much confidence in him.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, if Kevin White can stay on the field and put away his injuries aside, I think he's going to be fantastic. He might be offensive. Well, he wouldn't be. Would he be offensive? I mean, he technically would be a rookie, right?
Oh yeah, he's a rookie.
Yeah, so I mean, he might be competing for offensive rookie of the year. I mean, he's going to have to go up against Zeke Elliott, but we'll definitely see how Zeke does in Dallas. I think Kevin White can have a season where he would be in discussion there. I think Alshon, if Alshon can stay healthy, we definitely can see what Alshon can do. And I think Kevin White will probably be more of a guy who would be running short to intermediate routes, where Alshon would probably be. Well, no, I'll flip that. Alshon would be running short to intermediate routes, where Kevin White would be going more down the field.
Definitely stretch the field
with Cutler's arm. I think those two on the outside will definitely be beneficial for the Bears and kind of bring them back to the Marshall and Jeffrey days. The one downfall is you're losing Bennett, but then again, it might be helping because
Bennett sucked.
No, Bennett did not suck.
He's bad.
Bennett did not suck.
He's bad.
He's going to have a great year in New England.
Maybe because he's with a team that he actually wants to play for.
Bennett didn't suck. He just didn't want to be in Chicago.
He was bad. He couldn't block. He couldn't catch. Bad.
Bennett, all right, I disagree, but I think it's gonna take away from target wise, but at least you're gonna get a guy in Zach Miller who wants to be.
I really like what they have on the offensive side for Cutler now. They have reliable options pretty much everywhere. He has a good repertoire with Mark Mariani. He obviously what he could do with Jeffrey. Kevin White's a work in progress, but he's gonna be reliable. And Zach Miller, too, at the same time. So Cutler has a plethora of options this year.
Then again, I'm kind of wary all right, can Eddie Royal do anything? Can Mariani? I mean,
as long as he's healthy, he could play a role.
I'm not even too high on Mariani. I mean, with a guy like Zach Miller, can he even stay healthy? How's Langford going to do in a starting role?
Sure.
I mean, there's a lot of questions.
This is very similar to the Chicago Cubs going into 2015 as the Bears are going into this year. It's let's see what happens kind of year. Let's stay the ever optimist, and whatever happens, all the good. Everything is good now, right? With the Bears.
It's kind of terrifying saying that. I think out of everyone on this offense, I think I have most of my faith in Jay Cutler. That's the scariest thing. Is saying
that's not scary. Are you kidding me?
Well, I mean, what? I think he's probably the longest tenured player on that offense.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Now that Forte's gone.
During his Bears tenure, he led the league in interceptions twice. But that's not all entirely his fault. It's because of the offensive systems. And I, to this day, to my grave, will say that it's not Jay Cutler's fault that the Bears haven't won while he was there. So
I would agree with that.
Absolutely, you have to. He had nothing. But we'll save the Cutler conversation for another show. I know we wanted to maybe get to it today, but it's all right. Different time, another time. We are running very late here. We should get going. Sean, you guys did a NFC North preview, correct?
Ricky and Mark did the onside kick.
Onside kick. You guys should listen to the onside kick right here on mostvaluablepodcast.com because it kicks ass. And all you NFC North fans.
And we got a lot of NBA draft stuff going on this Saturday for the fast break.
Make sure you're staying tuned for that as well. Sean, what's your Twitter?
At Schwarbo, after Kyle Schwarber.
You should follow him on Twitter and then follow us at Most Valuable Podcast and Most Valuable Pod, as well as on Snapchat. We still doing the Snapchat thing?
Yeah, at Most Valuable Pod.
At Most Valuable Pod.
You've been snapping me some wrestling Snapchats.
Is that the one I'm sending it to?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I have 3 Seans, so I don't know which one, but whatever. And you can follow me at Rankin906 on Twitter. Make sure, though, the most important thing is to subscribe to us on YouTube at Most Valuable Podcasts. We're doing pretty well for ourselves.
We're almost at 2K.
And we appreciate all of you for listening. Thank you very much to staying with us. And this is a very special Sean Anderson, Mike Rankin edition of Behind the Pen, and we will see you all next time.
Thank you for listening to this MVP podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Most Valuable Pod for more great podcasts.